How is everyone doing today? It is July 19th of 2024 and we have a pepper we're excited to show you that grew in our yard this season. This is the Chinese five color. We reference it as just the five color. We do that a lot with different names. It has nothing to do with it being Chinese. It has to do with like the Japanese black trifle we call the black trifle, the Carolina Reaper we just call the Reaper. It's just when we're writing up tags, everything else like that, referencing the names and stuff, we just kind of shorten the names up. So we call this one the five color, but it's actually, if you're looking for it online, you're going to want to look up Chinese five color pepper on it. I want to make a note right here on this pepper. We have grown this a couple other seasons in our yard, and this, even though it's loaded with peppers right now and doing really, really well, is actually our worst grow with this pepper. So it is a highly productive type. It is from the cultivar Capsicum annum, which is the most common North American, European cultivar of pepper. Asian countries tend to like the Chinese cultivar better. There's another cultivar called Back Adam that tends to be more South American or tropical areas. This one is from the Capsicum annum cultivar. It is very, very hot. Just to be fair, I don't think I'm going to try this one. Angel might give it a try, but if she's not brave enough either, we don't really want to burn ourselves. The Scoville heat unit is about 30 to 50,000. So that would be about as hot as a Cayenne. And as you can see here, it's called the five color because it gets about five colors on it. You won't see all five colors on this one because we've let this one go a little bit. Once we get all these reds off, it'll start producing more flowers, and we still have plenty of season for a couple more waves. But as you can see, it's really, really productive. The colors it starts out as is purple. It changes a cream, yellow, orange, and red. Those are the five colors you can see on it. You'll see a lot of those colors starting to interweave here. And at the tail end of this video, I did record a neighbor's plant, and I will show you a quick clip of what their plant looks like growing in just 2 yards over from ours. So I thought it was kind of interesting that this is probably the worst we've done on this. The reason is mostly that we didn't do as well as we could normally do on this is as we gotten better and better at gardening, everything is getting more and more crowded. So the video clip that I'll show you at the end of the neighbor's pepper plant will, the neighbor's five color pepper will kind of show you what not overcrowding. I think they have 2 plants in 1 pot, but not overcrowding, and also giving plenty of sunspot and everything else like that. This one ended up crowded for a little while. We still have plenty of season left. It's July 19th right now, so we have all of August and September. August is like a July for us. It'll be pretty hot. But this is the five color pepper. The pods are about 1 inch, maybe a little bit longer. These are all the red ones right here. We'll leave these ones on right here. They'll start changing color pretty soon. But take these inside, cut 1 or 2 open, talk a little bit more about them, and catch you guys in a second. Love you guys. July 19th of 2024, and let's get to it. This is the Chinese five color pepper right here. So I probably won't taste it. Angel might, she might not. Look at all those seeds in there. There's a lot of seeds in these. Yeah. When we originally ran across this pepper, it was probably 8 or 9 years ago. And we were at a farm market up in Salt Lake City, Utah, and somebody was selling like 4 of these for 25 cents, I believe it was. So I spent like $2, got a little paper sack full of these, and saved the seeds off all the red ones. A bunch of the other ones started turning red in the bag too, and I saved those seeds. And we've been growing from those seeds. We've given tons away, and look at how many seeds are in these. This is a hard one to recommend on flavor because I do remember the flavor of it. We usually judge heat in a pepper based on a thunder and lightning kind of scale. Lightning is how hot it gets or how fast it hits, and the thunder is how long the heat will last for and stay there for. So I don't do me and Angel don't do really well with thunder style peppers, which I would definitely consider this one of them. It's one of those ones, and the Scoville units, like I was saying, is 30 to 50,000. In perspective, a jalapeno is about 3 to 5,000, so it's about 10 to 15 times hotter than a jalapeno. And these ones are almost like firecrackers. They just have a lot of heat that comes on really, really quick. As you can see, the red ones right here are probably the ones that are around 50,000 Scoville units, whereas in the ones out there still on the vine are around 30,000. If you're a spicy pepper fan and you've grown these, maybe put down in the comments what you've thought about them. Like I was saying, we're not raw pepper fans. I'm a big wimp on heat. I just really can't get a lot of the flavor when it burns me like that. I know that most people are here to want to probably watch me eat these hot peppers, but I just, sometimes I will give it a shot and be a little bit braver, but sometimes I already know what I'm looking at and dealing with. So this one right here is the Chinese 5 color. It's about 30 to 50,000 Scoville units. A very beautiful pepper. It comes in purple, yellow, cream, orange, and red are the 5 colors that you'll get on the plant all at one time. Ours mostly had red on it because they've been sitting out there for a while. Once you strip some of those red ones off, those ones, once they're fully ripe, look how red that is.
Yeah, it's like super dark red. It's like a blood red color.
And it does have a decent flavor, but in a second here, after Angel tries this out, I'll tell you more about that. We usually use orange juice for the heat, but we don't have any right now, so we're sticking with milk. We usually pull orange juice and milk aside.
It's spicy. That was the tip, so it wasn't really that hot.
When dealing with hot peppers, if you get into the seeds and the placenta, which is the little white core stuff that's there, that's the stuff that will absorb most of the hot oil that is in a pepper like that.
I don't like to eat seeds, so I'm going to take
And nearly all peppers, except for a couple unique types, get hotter as they ripen.
Oh, yeah.
That one has the heat on it.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have a super bitter taste either. It does actually have a good flavor. Kind of sweet. Ooh, that's spicy.
I was going to mention too, my very, very, very favorite use of these, and what we'll be doing with these is we'll just be taking the rest of these and we'll be drying them. Once they're dried, we just basically counter dry. We don't use a, what do they call that? Dehydrator.
Yeah, dehydrator.
We don't have a dehydrator. But so we just counter dry, which is all right by us because we have some space where we can put a bunch of these separate and stuff like that. Also, we come into a problem, we save a lot of seeds, and so when tomato and pepper season's going on, it's hard to stick with the pepper seeds because we're dealing with a process that we go through with our tomato seeds, and so it's really cool that you can dry peppers. We have dozens of jars around the house of different varieties of pepper that are dried in those jars, and sometimes we open those jars up. This one right here, it makes one of the best. It's probably in my top 5, maybe even top 3 for dried peppers. So drying these into almost like a paprika or something, they do have a pretty good flavor to them.
Hot pepper powder.
Yeah, a hot pepper powder like that is an excellent use for them. That's generally what we do with them. We dry these ones. We're going to dry these ones, and we normally dry these. If we want seeds, we'll just bust open a pod and take the seeds out of that one, or we will go from some of the seeds we still have saved over the years. But I think we've grown this twice before. This is our 3rd grow on it. It is a beautiful pepper, 5 different colors on it. Sometimes it's really seems to hit a stride earlier than a lot of the other peppers as far as production, and it continues to carry that throughout the season. Around the start of fall and stuff, our cold season starts around October, so by the time that hits, this will still have peppers being pushed off of it really big. So I'm really excited about this one. I'll take you guys outside and talk about the plant a little bit more, but this Chinese 5 color, and it is July 19th of 2024. This one does have a good flavor. I don't know what other flavor I would compare it to though, because it being at the cayenne heat level, about 30 to 50,000, it's not a cayenne flavor though.
No, it has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's not super bitter, but it does have a lot of spice that hits really quick. I do like it, especially cooking with it, putting it in salsa, of course drying it, making like pepper flakes with it. I think it's a really good pepper. I really like it.
And since we're not big fans of heat, When we do like canning and stuff like that, we usually do like a mixed vegetable if we use like a hot pepper like this. If you were a hot pepper fan, I could see how these would make excellent like pickling in a jar. Just a whole bunch of these. You could pickle them, have them like little tiny bite-sized hot snacks, but we're just not that into it, so we generally tend to dry these and crush them into a hot pepper powder, which we can spread throughout food, or maybe mix one or two in a jar of other mixed vegetables, so it's hot and spicy, but it's not all spicy.
Yeah.
But the Chinese five color pepper, really, really excellent. It almost maybe has a little bit of a traditional taste. It's hard to define the taste. It's really almost like a typical Midwest style flavor taste to it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to determine that flavor though if you're not a big fan of heat, because for us it's thunder and lightning right away. Even at 30 to 50,000, I'm more afraid of this than I am like the Sugar Rush Peach, which can hit like 100, 200,000, or some of these other hot peppers, which I would consider more lightning peppers, would make it a situation where it would burn really bad, but it kind of doesn't last that long and goes away, and I can clear it up really quick. So I don't mind eating those. This one right here, it's like no matter the
It's a
milk, the
lingering.
orange juice, it can be a really lingering kind of burn. Jalapenos, for example, 3 to 5,000 Scoville, those roast me. I don't know what it is, but jalapenos roast me really, really bad. Rather have a Sugar Rush Peach at 100 to 200,000 Scoville units than a 3 to 5,000 Scoville jalapeno. But we love cooking with peppers. We love growing unique types and seeing lots of unique things. This is a gorgeous pepper. It does great. Every other plant I've seen anybody else grow, including the neighbor's clip I'll show at the end of this video, and um, has been outstanding. It's been better than that grow that you saw out there, and that one right out there produced a handful of peppers, and by the end of the season we'll do that several more times for us. So UT Angel and Kiddo here with the Chinese 5 color, and I'll show you that neighbor's clip for the tail end of this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Love you guys.
Thanks for watching.
Never been like that.
That's
He's
not-
always been free fed. He knows it's treat time right after work, and I had to hide the treats because he even ripped apart all the tree bugs. So I put the treats in a closet, and I tried moving stuff up. Well, cats can get up. They have to explode. And he's always all over my counters.
I train my cats to not go in the house. They know better.